My name is Asante George. My 7-year-old daughter, Little Lotus, and I are turning this century-old shotgun house in Jacksonville, Florida, into a city homestead like this. So far, our little house is without electricity. We don't live there yet, so when the sun goes down, we must pack up and go home. We really like spending time at our little house, so we decided to come up with some off-grid solutions that will allow us to hang out at our homestead after dark. Our first solution was this candelabrum that we found at a second-hand store for $5. When paired with these shelves that were also $5 each, this lighting source became both functional and beautiful. Our next step was to make oil lamps and tea light lanterns. Our supply list included olive oil, 2 large clean empty jars, 2 smaller clean empty jars, 2 tea light candles, steel wire, 1 small package of wick, sandpaper, and acrylic paint and paintbrushes, which are not shown in this picture. First, I sanded the residual glue from the large jars. This may not be the best way to remove the adhesive, but we used what we had on hand. Next, Little Lotus painted the large jars. While Little Lotus was painting, I poked holes in the large jar lids with a hammer and nail. I poked the hole in the lid from the underside so that a small amount of metal would protrude out of the top of the lid and help to hold the wick in place. We then stuck the wick through the nail hole in the lid, placed olive oil in the jars, and put the lids on. We allowed the wicks to soak up the oil overnight. Although our oil lamps are beautiful, the wick burns out too quickly. We're working on our design and will keep you posted. Next, we worked on our tea light lanterns. We took 2 2-foot pieces of steel wire and wrapped them around the groove in our small jars in opposite directions. We then twisted the wire together so that it created a strong steel cable on either side of the jar. After that, we connected the 2 steel cables at the top of the jar by twisting them around each other to make a handle. To provide a stable bed for our tea light candles, we placed about 1.5 inches of dirt into the bottom of our jars and tamped it down flat with the handle of a hammer. Next, we placed tea light candles on top of the dirt and lit them. Our lanterns turned out lovely. Although our oil lamps didn't work, our candelabrum and tea light lanterns have given us just enough light in our little house to play games or just hang out after dark.